Right, everyone, WeaponCollector here. A little bit late today. It's 5 minutes late. Yeah, just getting set up. So, yeah. So, I'd just like to say, if you're new to this channel and you don't really know what I do, WeaponCollector sort of explains it all. But I do any videos related to sort of weapons and that. I do tests on them, reviews. I do sort of prepping kind of stuff, survival kind of stuff, all of the sort of that kind of stuff, you know what I mean, you know the kind of channels. If you're a long time subscriber or even a new one, you ever want to support me, there's a Patreon account, and for 79p or $1 a month you get your name on there, and that thing says the names and that and some of the other places I'm online. If you shop at Amazon, eBay or GearBest, use the links that I put on my videos and buy anything you want, and I get a percentage of what you spend, and that's really helpful, that is, because you just buy what you want anyway and I get money out of it, and it doesn't cost you anything extra. So yeah, there's PayPal donations if you want to do that. Just email me and say I'd like to donate something, and then I'll give you the PayPal. And then lastly, there's merchandise now. So these aren't the only designs, but there's WeaponCollector mugs. You can get that logo on loads of things. WeaponCollector t-shirts. You get that logo on a mug if you want. There's also stickers, which I've got some. There's one there, there. That's a big one. And then there's one there and further along. So yeah, if you want to support me, there's plenty of ways to do it. Right, I'll come over to the chat now. Right, I don't know if I've done something wrong. Have I not got the chat on? Wait, hang on a minute. Have I done I'm sure I did the right, I'll let you know in a minute. Hang on. Looks like I've not put the right, live chat is now enabled. Sorry about that. That's all right. Meant I could do my intro without having to catch up. Right, so I'll tell you in a second when I can see you all. Right, the live chat is on now. I hope you're all still there. Yeah, funny thing is, I clicked the bloody I'd clicked the slow mode bit, and it must have unticked the enable live chat bit. But yeah, it's all done now. Right, so if I go off of that, that should everything be sorted. Well, at least I ain't got a load of things to catch up with now. Pretty sure that's everything done, isn't it? So I've got my pictures. I'm sure I'm doing. I didn't trim my nose hairs though, sadly. Yeah, I think that's everything. Pop out chat. So yeah, I was going to try and do the bartering shit hit the fan WROL discussion today. I don't know if anyone will stick to topics. Mine don't normally do it, but but yeah, if you want to talk about that, that's what tonight's one was about. If you want to talk about it, so ideas for shit hit the fan type stuff. Right, not shit, man. You know, bartering stuff, because there are different situations. I was thinking about it. See, in an initial post-apocalyptic scenario, I wouldn't be bartering with anybody, not in the fucking slightest. But if it was years later into an apocalypse or shit hit the fan or whatever, and there was established communities that you could safely trade with, then that's a different story. Some of the things I could think of, some are more important than others, but I thought of, these are some of my ideas. So lighters and matches, anyway, to start fires, gold or money, petrol, flammable liquids, medicines, candles, books on how to do stuff, alcohol or yeast, first aid, toilet roll, seeds, water or water purification, guns and weapons, food and rations, tools and repair items, cigarettes and that kind of stuff, coffee and tea, bullets and ammo, toothpaste and dental tools, batteries or stuff to charge stuff, cooking equipment, razors and toiletries, and clothing and shoes. Right, let's see who's on. So they're my ideas. We can talk about that now. No, that was my fault. I forgot to put the bloody chat on. Orange. Yeah, I comment. I think you know what? That's weird. I've actually watched your video twice today, meaning to fucking comment. I must have bloody forgot again. Then it said like there. Cheers, Leonard. My beard will be slightly shorter soon, but I've had to keep that long because I'm going to need it for a video. I won't tell you which one, but yeah, you'll see. You'll see soon why I've kept this slightly. I normally trim this when I cut that, but yeah. So feel free to let me know what you think would be good ideas. What of those ideas I said wouldn't be very good? Because I've always wondered about money. How good would money be? Man said, I see a riot helmet on the sofa. You do, mate. That was a present from Liam. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be this helmet. Neither of us knew this. Well, we knew what one we wanted. He was going to get me a Mark III helmet. And we bought a Mark III helmet, and then they sent this. So I'm going to keep it anyway. But yeah, it should have been a Mark III. But what I'm going to do, now, thank you, Liam, by the way. Thank you for the birthday present. What I'm going to do is, it's a little bit tight. What I'm going to do is, I was going to get a second one anyway. So when I get the second one, I'll get a Mark III for that. And then this one will become the test one. And that one will be the present from Liam. Yeah. Pretty good. I won't wear that for too long. I think I'm copying Liam there. All right, let's have a look. Yeah, I saw your knife, John. Looks very nice. Tim said, I think a nice stash of vodka would be the way to go for bartering. I think it would. Vodka, I think, see, the thing with alcohol is useful for so many things anyway, because you can use it, if you distilled it, you can use it for a fuel. You can clean wounds with alcohol, can't you? So, and hello, by the way, everyone. I didn't even say hello to anyone then. But yeah, all right, everyone who's on. Richard, you're right. 𝐿𝐷𝐿, you're right, mate. Yeah, I thought you'd probably like the bartering one for this. Yeah, why haggle when you can take? That's the thing. Yeah, I wouldn't. In an initial shit in the fan situation, I would not be doing any bartering, not in the slightest, because I wouldn't even be talking to anyone. But yeah, the only time you'd do bartering is if it was becoming a, you know, there were civilized communities, I suppose, big communities. You might be able to risk it then. Orange said I would invest in gold. Yeah, that's a good idea. Got all of that. Gold and silver will always be worth something. Oh man, no, I didn't watch Annihilator yet. I haven't had time tonight. I'll have to watch that next week sometime. But I did look at it because when you look at the picture, there's a woman kissing a bloke or something, isn't there? Who stars in that? Was it fuck's sake, I looked at what matey from oh shit, I can't remember the name now. The time travel TV show where he always says "oh boy" whenever he starts the episode. I can't think what it's called. Max says spices and seasonings. Yeah, I must have not written that down, but yeah, I think that would be. It's not essential, but it would be helpful. I agree with your comment. Depending on how long the situation runs, I wouldn't barter or advertise my skill set. No, exactly. Tim said, I don't see money being an issue, being any good in the zombie apocalypse. I guess it depends on the situation. Yeah, I've always wondered about money. Then I said, how about stockpile cheap crossbow pistols? Yeah, that would be an interesting thing. Yeah, definitely something you could sell to people, wouldn't it? I'd be worried about. Quantum Leap. Leonard was right. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. It's not matey from Quantum Leap, is it? In Annihilator, is it? Who stars in it? Iron Man. John said she's got the rattles. I want your knife. Yeah, painkillers and antibiotics would definitely be a massive one for shit van bartering, wouldn't it? Sometimes having the knowledge to make alcohol, vinegar, yeast would pay off. I think so. I think you're right there. And making drugs, I think, not just you know, drugs to get you high, but you know, because with enough knowledge, you could make you know, painkillers, because most of the painkillers came from plants. Well, I think they all do, don't they? Really, come from plants originally, don't they? And he said bog roll, feminine. Oh yeah, feminine hygiene. I forgot that. Yeah, that would definitely be one, wouldn't it? Yeah, cooking oil, matches, firelighters. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, washing your clothes. Yeah, general medicines. Yeah, I agree with all of them. Yeah. What would we say is the most important? Richard said salt. I would stock up on, good for disinfecting. Yeah, that is a good point there, Rich. Yeah, disinfecting wounds and preserving meat. Yeah, that is true. Max said charcoal. Hell, it's slightly now. Yeah, charcoal's a good trade to make. Charcoal and a forge, maybe. You can forge aluminium at least. Yeah. Salt is something that's inexpensive but would be valuable in a shit hit van situation. Just my opinion on gold and silver. To me personally, it isn't worth a wank. You can't drink or eat it. It's not good for pots. Yeah, I agree with you there. I have always wondered about the gold and silver thing because apart from it being money, sort of thing, what use is it? You can't do nothing with it, can you? You'd be better off bartering something for goods or skills, wouldn't you? You get something out of it. Yeah, I get that totally, X-ray. My name Gilroy said you can pretty much make a decent forge out of a hairdryer. Yeah, I don't know if you'd be able to do it with a hairdryer without any electricity though. But yeah, you're right there. Weapons said original painkillers, yes, nearly from all the opium plant. It's only the last 50 years that they've come up with lots of synthetic painkillers. Crash Exile, you right, mate? So spices, eating the same food every day might drive you mad. Yeah, I think spices would be one worth having or growing. Again, we used to mention seeds a lot on here. Seeds would definitely be a good one. Yeah, owning rabbits and chickens. Good quality boots. Yeah, exactly, Leonard. I agree with you there. Sam said barter items will run out eventually, and most people don't have the basic knowledge to replenish these things anymore. No, I was saying that on my stream last night. They were saying that a lot of people under a certain age now don't know how to cook, they don't know how to sew, they don't know how to do DIY. Now, to me, I can do all three of those things, and that has always been like second nature to me. But people just don't do that now, because they don't need to. They can pay someone else to do it now. But or you just buy new clothes, don't you? But yeah, and there's a lot of knowledge going by the wayside now that people don't. Mark Lindsay Chapman from the Langoliers, is it? I only saw like a still of someone's profile, and it looked like matey from fucking forgot again. Quantum Leap. Yeah, lead probably would be worth more than gold, wouldn't it? I agree with you there, Crash. Yeah, spices and hot sauces. Game Boy, they are real. Depends on what you mean by real, though. If I go over there and touch them, they are real. Matt said gold is used as trade for many reasons. We all seem to go back to using it. It won't tarnish or rust. Yeah, I suppose the gold thing is all right as long as people will accept it. See, X-ray pretty much saying he wouldn't bother with gold. But I suppose if you can find people that would accept it, I suppose it's another good option. I know what you mean, though. It does become a thing, and it probably would become a yeah. If I'm not reading all the comments, as this is a shit hit bad trading kind of one, I'll try and stick to those today. Actually, said gold. It's like oil, petrol tax, just useless. I think the skills set would outweigh the commodity, apart from water. No, I've never broke my nose, Iron Man. I've been punched on it very hard quite a few times, though. In fights, straight on it, but it's never been broke. Don said I can cook and DIY, but sewing, I sew myself more than the clothes. Yeah, cigarettes, I think, would be anything like that. And, you know, coffee probably would. Coffee and tea, to a degree. Bicycles, yeah, food and clean water. Kern said, I would only accept gold if others would accept it. Yeah, exactly. Orange said, I used to have a look at handy science skills. Yeah, making batteries. I think batteries would be one. I think nowadays, there'd be a hell of a lot of things you might want to run on batteries. In basic things like a light or a radio. Said not easy. I'd tell them to shove their gold up their arse, to be honest. X-Ray said, shit hit the fan. I often think of the drug addicts. They'll be dangerous. I said, I'd buy seeds rather than gold and start planting food and other plants to have physical use. Yeah, exactly. Don said, drugs and sex would be worth a fortune. But let's not go there. I don't mind talking about it on here. You know, no, that's perfectly acceptable because we're, you know, although I don't, you know, I wouldn't want to be wasting my hard-earned clean water and all that on a prostitute. Do you know what I mean? But drugs, definitely, and booze. Yeah, Bic lighters. I've got that. That was the first one on my list. Not it was the first priority, but yeah. You never know, Peach. It might be. Yeah, camera. You never know. Probably, yeah, it'd probably be solely used to porn, I reckon. You know, not porn, but pornography. Yeah, nudes. Wouldn't it? Actually, good point on younger generations being incapable of general maintenance. Yeah, I was listening to the radio and they were saying about it because they were saying that they might have to start doing classes to teach those things. And to anyone my age and older, my age and definitely older, it's like second nature because you do it out of, you know, I do all the DIY, you know, apart from if it's something, you know, dodgy or illegal, like, you know, you don't mess around with gas and stuff like that because you could kill yourself and your whole family. But anything else that's acceptable for a person to do, I do it, and I even sew my own clothes up now. No, I have done for years. I'd rather sew my clothes up than buy new clothes if I can. And what was the other one? I don't know what the other one was now. But yeah. Cooking. Yeah, I can cook anything. Yeah, animals, I think. Animals, the only thing of animals, I suppose, it's another thing to feed. And then you've got to protect it. But I think it would be very handy, though, yeah, because you've got another... It's a good source of food, and it's going to be better than hunting, isn't it? Then let's see, weapons would be in great demand. Yeah, 100% agree with you there. Max said, powdered water. Just add water and you'll never run out. Did they ever make that powdered alcohol? They was going to do that at one point. I don't know if they decided not to, but someone had developed powdered alcohol, where you just add water and it becomes an alcoholic drink. Yeah, flour, sugar, honey. Honey pretty much lasts forever as well. You right, Dieball Frog? You right, Al? Richard said, yeah, that works, Sammy. You just use the foot powered. Yeah, well, that's the thing. You can make a fucking bellows. Bellows are piss easy to make, and that's what they used in the medieval days. You can make a big set of bellows done by a foot, piss easy, because that's what they used to do in the medieval days. That's what you have to think with shit hit the fan. Look back at what the Victorians did and before. That's what we would be doing if there's no electricity. Just go back to how they used to do it. You know, if you want it the easiest way. With the Brexit thing, I'll be honest, actually, I don't think there'll be much of a thing about that. I reckon there'll be 1 or 2 days people panic buying stuff, and then I think everyone will realise that nothing's going to change. That's personally what I think. I don't really know nothing about it, though, if I'm honest. Hi, man said, Mike, we are the 80s generation. We're the last of the old guard. Yeah, I think so. Now the internet's around, completely different era for kids, you know, when they grow up now. Yeah, I think soap and shampoo definitely crashed. I've got that written down here. Yeah, razors and toiletries. I bet people will still want to shave. It can be quite horrible having a beard. If you know, the dirty beard is quite an uncomfortable thing. Bristol said, "Evening, your Brenner." Sam said, here in the States, a lot of trades need younger workers, welders, electricians. Young ones nowadays think they're all going to be computer programmers. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, as I said, it's different. It's completely different times now. Yeah, but a lot of the practical jobs are sort of going, or not getting as many people doing them. Yeah, I've got a few battery powered radios. I think that's worth investing in, whether you'd barter with those or not. But yeah, little radios are very good. Whether I don't know what you'd be hearing in a shit fan situation, but if you had stuff, see, like my one plays memory cards, so at least you could put music on, listen to music after you've wound it up. There may be broadcasts. X-Ray saying he's in his 50s. Punishment for school. They sent me to home education rather than mental work, metal work, technical studies. Learned cooking, sewing, all about the girls. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? Funny thing is, I've had a similar things to that. Yeah, I'd rather hunt with a gun if I had one. Game Boy, probably be easier. Is it bullshit, the powdered alcohol thing, Max? Yeah, I'd only heard of it. I didn't know whether it was a thing. Said a treadle grindstone. Yeah, that would be, yeah, because you could do all your stuff then. You could use that as a trade. See you later, Die Bullfrog. Yeah, blacksmithing, welding, sharpening stuff. Toothpaste, I reckon, would definitely be a thing, a good thing. Or it's a wind up or kinetic watch, maybe, as batteries not needed. Got a Citizen Solar, which claims 10 years. I'll tell you what I've got in my bug out bag. A proper old school, what's those watches that used to hang on a chain? You know, the really old things where you press the button and they open. I've got one of them in my bug out bag. You have to wind it up every day, but that thing would probably last you forever. You know, it's probably about fucking 100 years old already. Still works. Pocket watch. Mark is moaning about the delay again. Right, that's Mark is getting a 5-minute timeout now, just so he knows what it really feels like. Don't give him one. I'm joking. Last time I said that about Zed, he got he actually did get a timeout. But yeah, the way I've always seen it, if you want to see how we would live without electricity, look back at the Victorian times and before. That's where you'd have to get your knowledge from. There's a really good program called Victorian Farm. If you watch Victorian Farm and Edwardian Farm, they spend the whole time teaching you all these things that they used to do, and it's a lot handier. It's not just entertainment; it's very, very educational. And I've learned loads of things, and that's how you'd have to live. And you know, I would be searching out a load of old Victorian tools and machinery, because it all works on horsepower, or if you could get older one, which I doubt you would, steam engines. Yeah, Victorian Farm, Mark, is brilliant, isn't it? Yeah. I've watched River Cottage, yeah, not for years though. Yeah, solar panels for recharging batteries, I think that would be a very good one, Zed. Imagine the you know, you get people bring you some clean water or something and charge their batteries up for them. A small shield and dagger, or a long sword against, or just a long sword. I know that's off topic. small shield and a dagger, I think, if they're the old shitty kind of zombies. Let's get medieval. I'm good, Charles. Sorry if I've not been reading everyone's comments. It's just going a bit mad here. Sam said, do you guys have the 333 rule over there for communications in shit? I'll be honest, Sam, I've never heard of that. The 333, you'd have to explain that one to us. There's so many comments, I'm having to skip a couple. Leonard, you've just said probably one of the best ones there. Yeah, fishing rods and equipment, because that's hunting. That's hunting and food gathering tools. No one's mentioned that. I didn't even write that down myself. I suppose I wrote guns, but hunting and food gathering tools. That would be a massive one. Actually, it says, see this shit in the van. If anyone thinks it's pre-arranged type thing, keep them worried. I'm convinced Britain still has some clout worldwide, maybe. I agree with you, actually, I do. I think we do. Yeah, knowledge will be very valuable, wouldn't it? Dead. Sam said 333 rule. You listen for the broadcast every 3 hours for 3 minutes for emergency broadcast. All right, yeah, I'd never heard of that. Never been to Beamish, mate. Oh, whole Victorian town, open air museum. I think I've seen that though on the telly. Yeah, paracord rope and that. Yeah, paracord, metal traps. But yeah, I think anything related to catching your own food would be a good bartering tool. That would be interesting to think back now. The mountain men, you know, in America, the American West and that, those kind of people, what they would be buying and trading furs, trading tools and the traps and that. You know, you trade your furs in for traps, don't you? You know, more traps or, you know, whatever. But yeah, without traps though, you ain't going to be getting any food, are you? Potentially. So yeah, I think that's a very good one. Yeah, snares and traps. Yeah, as Matt says, but the knowledge has been lost how to use them. Yeah, tape and super glue. Oh, you watched it, did you? Yeah, it's fucking brilliant, isn't it? Yeah, I knew you'd like it. I don't think anyone would watch that and not enjoy that. Don't say who it is, but you could probably guess which character I'm going to be then. When I do my film club for it. I've got a really good idea for it as well. But yeah, it's a great film, isn't it? Yeah, I thought you'd like that. But yeah, the mountain men, if you think about the way they live, that would come into they do trading for, you know, to get their pelts and their traps, and that would be another place to get inspired by. Yeah, ferro rods are cheap. Yeah, that's it. I've never read the Zombie Survival Guide. Yeah, I think cordage would be there, definitely, wouldn't it? And anything like that, nails. Because you imagine if it does get to a stage where it's getting a bit more civilized and people can start building things, they're going to need building materials. If you've got shitloads of nails and the tools to do things, I think that could be a good bartering thing. Yeah, Matt's got us sort of a trap in, definitely, on my point, yeah. That's it, the cavemen weren't done, was they? You know, if they was, we wouldn't be around now. Yeah, I'd never heard of that, Sam, but maybe it's, I don't know. I've never looked into the communication side of anything like that, though. Yeah, zip ties. I said coffee. I've got coffee and tea, but we never spoke about that. I do think that would be one, because there's certain luxuries that people would want. I think I think the necessities would be first, but eventually people would want some of their luxuries back, and then that's when you could start, you know, trading for the more sort of randomish kind of things, because coffee and tea and all that wouldn't be important, but later on people might want them. If the chat goes slow, Iron Man, I'll get it down because this one's going mad at the minute. If I get up there and do that, I'll be miles behind. But I'll do it when it goes a bit slower. Kern said expendable items are mainly what you'd want for bartering. Yeah, I think plants would, yeah. Anything would give out lots of seeds, Liam. Anything that you could eat and grow fast as well. You know, certain things don't grow very fast. My favourite fixed blade knife is probably a Fairbairn Sykes fighting knife. Or any daggers. I've got a thing for daggers. Yeah, except barbers and cut people's hair. Well, you can get, I don't know if you've ever seen them, you can get clippers for cutting your hair that are like scissors. They're fucking painful though. They're enough cut your hair, but you can actually trim someone's hair this short with hand clippers. Oh, they're horrible things though. Yeah, dental kits I reckon would be a massive thing, because I think you should have that in, if you're gonna have a bug out bag, I think you should have a small dental kit. Because that could be fucking agony and potentially kill you if it went really bad. Although, depending on what you're eating, you may not get such bad teeth when we're not eating so much shit all the time. But yeah, I've got radios, and I would definitely have radios for bug out. As I said, well, how much use you get out of them, I don't know, but I think they would be handy. For hunting, I'd rather have a Bowie knife. Because this may sound a bit odd. I've never really had much use for an axe, really, because most of the time when you get, you know, unless you're you know, you can break most bits of wood or just put them on and burn them. You know what I mean? Half the time you don't need an axe, I find. I'd get more use out of a Bowie knife, basically. Yeah, potatoes, onions, carrots. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. I think the sex thing would be a thing. I think I would never use it personally because it's, you know, but there definitely are people who would want that. Flint napped items, yeah, and having the knowledge to do that would definitely be a good one. Yeah, oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's a good one. Actually, yeah, charcoal. That is, you can use that, can't you? Yeah, orange SS pocket guide would be a brilliant thing to have. Lock picking, Sam, that's a good one. No, I didn't think of that one. Yeah, lock picking, definitely. Antiseptic creams and that, yeah, definitely. I think, but yeah, longbow definitely max. Yeah, yeah, that's a good one. That is where you'd go back to 100%. Yeah, don't forget to like the bartering speed, everyone. Thank you, Rich. Yeah, actually, dental kit. I think I've only got a very minor dental kit in my bug up bags, but I think we should have. I think people should have a very minor one, at least. Right, hang on. This is. I'll show you my I'll show you the closest thing I've got to an entrenching tool, Marcus. I just happen to have it in here on the windowsill. I don't know why now either. All right, one of these little things. I don't even know why it's in here. It's fucking muddy. But it's got the little spade, pick. I don't know if you can see that. I'll get mud on the fucking hands while I'm doing this. What am I doing with that? Yeah, MREs, just same with any rations. Though, you know, any food would be good. Especially pre-packaged stuff. Yeah, the longbow did stand the test of time, didn't it? Gas mask filter, yeah, that's another one we've not actually mentioned until now. Yeah, depending on what caused the situation, that could be a massive fucking factor, couldn't it? You know, after a nuclear, you know, kind of nuclear event potentially, or you know, them kind of things. Yeah, nose hair trimmers. That'd be the first thing I'd have in there. Yeah, scavenging a town full of rotten corpses. Well, that well, that's that, without even the sort of chemical or nuclear things. Yeah, just getting around dead bodies, isn't it? Leonard, see, people are coming up with some really fucking good ideas now. Glasses, cheap glasses. Some people are fucking blind without glasses, aren't they, virtually? Yeah. If you had a load of cheap glasses you can get for nothing, I think that's a really good one. Yeah. Without some people without glasses, see, because sight's worse than being sort of deaf. You know, I've got a hearing aid, but I could live without it. But if you can't see, you know, in a sort of shit fan situation, you're fucked. That's a knife over axe any day. Yeah, cut and split wood if need, but yeah, you can. Mark said to me, I carry an entrenching tool around the garden, just in case the rats get brave. I don't know why that one's in my room. I must have been doing something with it. Actually, said point. The Americans spent 250 million on a space pen. Yeah, oh yeah, we was on about that on one of the other streams about the old, yeah, the pen and the pencil thing with the rations. Yeah, shoes and gloves. Because that's another thing. Once you've, I've thought about that before. Once you've lost your shoes, you're in a fucking bad situation there. You know, it's very difficult to walk around on rocks and stuff without shoes. You know, I know you can do it, but our feet aren't used to it nowadays. So you'd have to have the knowledge to make some shoes. Sam said he's all about shitting in comfort. Tattoos, what to mark your mark your slaves. Yeah, candles. I wrote candles down. I thought that would definitely be one. But you imagine if your boots fell to pieces, how are you going to walk around? You know, you can make shoes, but yeah. Yeah, well, I did mention the MP3 things and alcohol, but I know what you mean. Yeah, yeah, I think that it would be handy having a solar powered radio that can play MP3s. You could have audio books on there. You could have books telling you how to make things and do things. You know, educational stuff, basic entertainment. Yeah, and then there's the alcohol for recreation. Exactly. Yeah, I like that saying X-ray. Yeah, it will be sticks and stones, wouldn't it? If there's anyone to fight it. Yeah, you could get shoes from Devon's, definitely. But I suppose what I was trying to get at was if you was on your own somewhere, which isn't really a shit and bartering situation, but I often wondered if someone was out in the woods on their own, surviving, and their shoes fell apart. They'd have to, but then I reckon if you had the knowledge to have survived that long for your boots to fall apart, you'd probably have the knowledge to make some shoes. Or the ingenuity, anyway. Yeah, that's it, Max. You know, without people, as I said, people without glasses, people who have glasses, if their eyes are really bad, it's going to really restrict them. So you could definitely get a lot of money out of having glasses. You know, not money, but goods out of that. That's it. Orange. That's one of the ideas I had. You can make sandals out of tires, and you can make sort of shoes out of wood, bark, and leather. Water filters. I thought of that one. I don't think I wrote that one down, but yeah, I think water filters and ways to clean water would definitely be a good one, Rich. To be honest with you, Game Boy Amp, no P90. Yeah, I was going to say I don't know what either of them are. Of course I fucking do. Yeah, P90. I like the look of that, but I like both of them. Yeah, eyesight, definitely. Yeah, foot wraps. Yeah, that's a good one, Marcus. Actually, yeah. I just thought of a good one. Yeah, I just thought of a really good one. Tin openers. So what you're going to do? I know you can open them. I know you can open them loads of different ways, but a tin opener could be quite a good one. Yeah. A way to can food or refrigeration. Yeah, yeah. Learning how to do that would be, you know, having the knowledge to teach people that. No, I suppose you're right there. Yeah, no, yeah, actually, you're right. You wouldn't really need to manufacture stuff, would you? Actually, no. Yeah, I suppose you got to think of. Yeah, actually, you're right. You probably wouldn't need to make shoes at all, would you? That's me going off on a tangent on myself about the being on your own. No, if you're in a, if you, I suppose the situations are different. If you found an area in the woods where you could go off on your own, again, I think if you did that, you'd be smart enough to be prepared. But yeah, any shit hit the fan situation in a town or whatever city, you probably would have access to all matter of things. Yeah, but you got to remember, actually, I bet there's plenty of people who wouldn't. If you gave them a tin and said open that, even with a knife, they wouldn't be able to do it. Nowadays. But no, I know what you mean. Keep seeing someone replying to someone who's I can't even see in here. Oh, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Yeah, as Marcus said, I agree with him. Actually, yeah, you probably wouldn't have to make shoes. Padlocks would be good, I think. But yeah, I agree with you though, actually. Yeah, tin openers, now I say it, probably wouldn't be that useful. But I bet it probably would be to some people. But as you said, yeah, now I think about it, a lot of the stuff that I had down, but again, it all depends what access you've got to things, where you are. Because cooking equipment and that, I suppose you wouldn't need that. You could get that easy enough, couldn't you? But you wouldn't need things like cooking pots. Well, let's think about it. What would you probably not need? Cooking pots, would you be able to find those anywhere? Shoes and clothes, would you be able to find that anywhere? Because I suppose when you put it that way, nearly everything we've mentioned, you'd probably be able to find it, wouldn't you? It all depends. But yeah, yeah, I like the Swiss Army ones. They are good. Yeah, I suppose the real thing depends on. It all depends what the shit hit the fan situation is, really, don't it? Boiled sweets, yeah, never thought of that one, Zed. Yeah, gathering wood, I think that would be something you'd need to do, definitely. He's the same age as me, actually. I've got to try and remember how old I am now. 39. But yeah, I suppose anything, yeah, clothes and stuff like that. I think you'd probably get that for. Well, I suppose the other thing is it all depends how long. If this shit hit the fan situation's been going on or whatever, post-apocalypse thing's been going on for years, I bet stuff might then start becoming restricted because people would collect it up to deliberately stop others having it, to sell and that. Just all depends, doesn't it? All depends how, if we're talking like a Fallout kind of situation, there's stuff all over, the games, the Fallout games, there's stuff everywhere. Yeah, I think alcohol would always be a good thing though. The stuff that I suppose when you look at it, it's going to be the stuff that 39 again. Anything you can buy in shops would be the sort of things that would eventually run out, wouldn't it? Yeah, I definitely think candles. Yeah, funny thing is, Rich, I've got a pocket watch in my bug out bag because it's a wind up one, and it would you ain't got to mess around with anything then, but just remembering to I hate not knowing what the time is. Oh, and then when they're drunk, you could roll them. Nice for an Irishman. Yeah, that's a good idea. AdMac says, hope to find a city. It will be picked clean and burned quick. Good luck digging through the ashes. Well, that's a good point, yeah. So then that would probably mean that some of the, basics, you would have to make them. As I said, different situations call for different things. Yeah, hardest thing would be keeping your bartering items stashed and safe from possible looters. So, yeah, as Peach, I think it said, padlocks and stuff like that. Padlocks and chains. I mean, you'd want guns, potentially, or weapons. Yeah, guitar to entertain yourself. Then if I ever had the money, I'd buy Steam launch. Being able to transport people and stuff could be very valuable. Plus, you could anchor out of ways, and be safe. Yeah, that's merman a real thing. Yeah, that's a good point. Dumble Boo, I'm refusing to read your comment because you're the first person to put a joke on today. Hello, by the way. Max said people will destroy what they can get. If you hold up, they'll burn you down. Seeds. Yeah, give me a packet of paracetamol for a packet of tomato seeds. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. Yeah, learning to sail. I'd have to learn to swim as well first, Ed. But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, hidden and guarded out the ways. But you know what I mean? You could hide it and lock it up as well. So if someone does find it, they can't just open it and take it. You'd be, you know, you want to hide it and lock it up. You know what I mean? But I agree with you there, Sam. Don't forget to get your merchandise in. Right? You've all been liking the stream. Yeah, any painkillers I think would be worth a lot. Fire extinguishers, hard to put out fires. Yeah, yeah. I suppose, yeah, that would be a useful thing, wouldn't it? For candles, yeah, exactly. Because you know, that is a fire risk. D2, don't encourage him because 𝐻.0 will start it as well soon. Or X-ray, he's another joke teller, I think. Don't encourage him. I'm joking. Right. See you later, Sam. Yeah, have a good weekend, mate. I'll be on tomorrow, by the way, everyone, but not the normal time because I'm going out tomorrow night. So I may be on here something like 6 till 7 p.m. tomorrow, and that's it. Then I've got to go out. Yeah, I suppose that's the only thing in it, Zed. In a country with guns, you've got to defend yourself against those guns. Whereas in a country where there's not a lot of guns, you don't have to defend yourself against so many guns. You know what I mean? I suppose it almost equals itself out. Those without guns don't have to defend against guns. Those with guns have to defend against guns. So you're probably in about the same situation, you know, potentially. But yeah, you get killed for your ammo, definitely. Yeah, fire rods, definitely Iron Man. Yeah, batteries. See you later, Crash. Thanks for joining in, mate. I'll do you a video response soon. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but stay there a minute. I'm gonna have to get my own. If you're still there, I might have to get this out. He'll know what I'm on about for that. But anyway, actually, that's my wind up. That is my wind up radio with a solar panel bit and all that. Do you like Crash? I hope you saw that little bit, but if you didn't, never mind. Yeah, air rifle pellets, definitely. And they would take ages to make. So, oh, you was still here. That's good. Yeah, see you later, mate. Yeah, bartering, thinking about it, I suppose just what your life's worth. 1 litre of water could mean more than a bandage. Yeah. As I said, for me, bartering at first wouldn't even be a fucking option. I would never even contemplate bartering with a stranger in a shit advanced situation. It would have to be, you know, there'd have to be long established colonies of people that you could trust before I did any bartering anyway. Yeah. Oh, I suppose, yeah. Army firearms will start showing up, but it's still going to be a percentage of, you know, because there's hundreds of thousands of shotguns in this country, but it's still going to be at most a quarter of the population with guns, say. Yeah, maybe, probably, no, it wouldn't even be that, would it? I doubt. That's just a total guess on my part there. No, it wouldn't even be that. It'd be like a fucking 20th, I suppose. But you know what I mean? Obviously, there will be guns, but it's not like every single person you could meet is going to have a firearm. You know what I mean? There'll definitely be guns. No, I never bothered in the end. I couldn't be bothered, to be honest. I will do it eventually, though. Oh, that's an interesting thing. Yeah, replacing the bulk with resin. Are they any cheaper, though? Yeah. Oh, you can make your own air rifle ammo, but it takes a while, doesn't it? Making single fucking pellets at a time, if that's, you know. You can make multiple, but you know what I mean. It's not a quick job, is it? Game Boy, you asked me that a minute ago. Yes, that's real. If you mean do they fire, that's a completely different question. Yeah, how-to books. I definitely agree with you there, Zed. I think that would be a brilliant bartering thing, or just a useful thing to have anyway. Oh, too late, Peach. I hadn't read it. Oh no, please! I thought that said, please don't answer, Game Boy. Yeah, food, water, shelter, morale boost. Yeah. Ask me the question again, Game Boy, but in a different way. Oh no, Max actually he did say gas mask. Yeah, he said gas mask filters, but I may not have. I wasn't reading all the questions out, but I did reply to him about that. Yeah, he did. He did actually say that. Yeah, I think nails and screws definitely. Game Boy, my guns are some are deactivated, some are replica, some are BB guns, some are air rifles, and some are air pistols. But yeah, they're all real. Otherwise, they'd be, you know, a green screen, as we said. Viagra. Well, can't you use Viagra for other health reasons as well? Because it gets your blood pumping, don't it? Yeah, food wrapping. Yeah, ways to wrap your food up. But I suppose they're board games. I'll tell you what. In my bug out bag, I have a pack of cards in there because entertainment, isn't it? Yeah, that's some very good book writers. X-ray. Yeah, I agree with you there. You can't, Jake. They're virtually impossible. This is what a deactivated barrel looks like. You can see that. But yeah, I see what you mean about board games and that. Zed. As I said, I've got a pack of cards in my bug out bag just for, you know, it soon get fucking boring, won't it? If you get to a situation where you can because the only thing is, I think a lot of the time, if you're really hard at the survival part of it, you're not going to have time to do anything anyway, apart from search for food and water all day and then sleep. Search for food and water all day and then sleep. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I've got cards just in case. You never know. Yeah, barter your old pawn mag. I think that would be a thing. Yeah, exactly. Actually, it works, especially with the old pump action. But yeah, especially if you know what the sound is. Yeah. That, I don't know if you know, when you open this, it cocks it. So when you hear that click, it's cocked. And then you press the safety up there, to anyone who doesn't know. Press the safety there, and then clean this fucking before I put it back up. Yeah, condoms. No one's mentioned condoms, yeah. Yeah, I think so. Don't want to be having fucking kids in fucking yeah. But yeah, any of those kind of things, yeah, football, darts. I did get tempted to put some darts in my bag at one point, because you could easily make a dartboard. The dartboards used to just be made out of a log round. So you could easily just make one out of, side of a fucking tree, just cut the bark off. Yeah, you don't need a log round, because you're just going to want to cut the fucking, cut a tree just for dartboard. But you know what I mean? Cheers, Jump Hub. I'll check that out. That's it. Yeah, Viagra. I knew it does something, doesn't it? That you can use it for health reasons. Yeah, bold sweets, porn mags, definitely. Condoms are also good for carrying water, aren't they? So the Blackadder joke: the poor have children as an alternative to a turkey at Christmas. Yeah, anything that makes you feel good, happy, is a good thing, isn't it? Have you all been liking the stream for me? Water and other fluids. That's a good one, actually, Pete. Can someone write down how many viewers we got at the minute and how many likes? Yeah, sleeping bags and blankets didn't get mentioned. Again, I suppose it all depends what kind of shit at the fan, etc. situation, whether you'd need them or not. Yeah, depending on the situation, the kind of post-apocalyptic situation it would be. Just gonna look at this video quickly. I think salt and pepper. I've got salt and pepper in my baguette bag. I ain't gonna put the volume on. Yeah, I suppose cards do get wet. Yeah, I've got mine in a waterproof thing though, but I know what you mean. You can get plastic cards actually. I've got some plastic cards, but yeah, I know what you mean. Sleeping aids, sort of medicine, but certain post-book scenario, it might be almost essential sleep. Yeah, very. That's your first joke of the night. Viagra would be very cheap though. It's only useful for people who aren't hard up. Let you off as you waited 1 hour 10 minutes to put that. Unless you had put more and I hadn't noticed. EpiPens, yeah, for someone who needs that would be fucking really fucking yeah, important, wouldn't it? 300,500 dislikes. Cheers, X-Ray. Yeah, weapons would definitely be good. Bastard. Shut up. What are you watching then? There you go. Bye-bye. Freak show. I bet it was only fucking 10 anyway. I don't normally mention what the trolls say, but anyone who writes, "Shut up, you are ugly and you smell very bad," as a troll comment. Fuck's sake. Yeah, flares. No one's mentioned flares. Yeah, shotgun adapters. Shotgun adapters. You know, if I had a shotgun, I would definitely have shotgun adapters for it, ready for that kind of scenario. Melee only. If I had to pick straight away, those two. That fucking thing looks like it was made for fucking pain. And that one was. Oh no, saying, well, yeah, that's saying, sorry, actually saying that, Iron Man, that I thought you, yeah, from my display, yeah. Had the Warhammer been up on the display, that probably would have been with the machete. But yeah, on the display, them two. I didn't put the Warhammer up yet, though. I'm going to put that up soon. I've had an idea. It'll be on its own little plaque underneath the gun board. Captain BOGROL, you right, mate? I'll read yours in a second. Yeah, Liam said my UC stops working after a certain. His UC medicine stops after a certain period, so it's death for me. Yeah, it's terrible, really, isn't it? You'd have to search out. Maybe you ought to look in, see if there was any kind of sort of. I suppose what you'd have to do is just fucking hope a certain diet might help, you know, in the long run. Do you know what I mean? Or something. Yeah, weapons and well, funny thing is, no one's actually mentioned armor, Captain BOGROL. Your tools and materials, definitely, yeah, we mentioned that. But yeah, armor, definitely, yeah, no one's mentioned armor. Yeah, wind-up lanterns would be good. Earplugs and headphones, yeah. Block out the sounds of screaming and gunfire and sleep, yeah. Sugar, definitely, sugar would be very important, because without sugar, you can't make alcohol. Or you can use honey in that, but without forms of types of sugar, which I'm counting honey in, you can't make alcohol. Well, you can, you know what I mean, because there's sugar in the fruit and that, but you know what I mean? Yeah, I'll be honest with you. The old condom thing for water, they say about it, I probably wouldn't ever bother. I have plastic bags in my survival tins. Yeah, blankets and coats. Yeah, no, because we're talking about a theoretical situation, we can talk about bartering drugs, Devil Dog. So yeah, 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 it would. Drugs would be a massive thing to yeah, especially for addicts and that. Lube for holes. Yeah, yeah, oils and that to maintain your guns, I suppose. But yeah, depending on the situation, Geiger counters, chemical detectors, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Jack, I'll be honest with you, I don't, and I'll be honest with you, I don't actually think we'd ever get a shit hit fan situation in that. Not in my lifetime, I don't think. You never know. But yeah, I suppose we all secretly hope we can yeah test our skill sets. But yeah, I'll be honest, I don't reckon it ever would. Water purifying taps, definitely, yeah, and armor, yeah, I think. Yeah, but yeah, going around with like a stab-proof vest on, you know, I don't think they're that bad. You know, the police do it every day, all day. If they can do it, we can do it. You know what I mean? You wouldn't need it on all day anyway. You only need it when you're going into a dangerous situation. Yeah, poison. Yeah, poison would be a handy thing for yeah, doing people over potentially, wouldn't it, Captain? Yeah, I suppose what you'd have to do, Liam, you'd have to just purely rely and hope to, hope that the alternatives would keep you going for as long as possible, wouldn't you? That's the only thing you could do, isn't it? Yeah, Chris, that's a good one. Yeah, well, you would. I think any sort of building materials would be good. Reloading equipment, yeah, for shotguns or bullets. Yeah, I was saying earlier, I don't know if you was on then, Bugger. Captain Bugger. I have playing cards in my bug out bag for that, because I think it would become boring potentially. So it's worth having things like that. Yeah, definitely. Double Sabu said never use a condom for collecting water, especially if it has a spermicide in it. Tastes disgusting. Yeah, making arrows. Marcus said to me, no access to weapons equals no shit hit the fan. Yeah. Explain that a bit more. What you mean? Iron Man said rifle-proof armor. Oh yeah, that is. Yeah. I just thought you meant any armor. I was going to say the soft body armor's not, is it? But yeah, no. Yeah. But as I've said before, and I don't know how many people agree with me. Evidently, some people don't. Some people do. But I don't think in this country there'd be a massive amount of guns going about, would there? There definitely would. 100% there would. But I don't. It's not going to be like, as I've said, in America or other countries where every single person you meet could have multiple guns on them. You might occasionally, every now and then, meet a group of people. One of them has a gun. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Oh yeah. Oh, I see what you mean now, Marcus. Yeah, I just wasn't sure. When I read it, I wasn't quite sure. There could have been a couple of ways I could have interpreted that. You know what I mean? Information and maps. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, trade info, knowledge on locations. No, you imagine having a really bad toothache. Well, that's it, Marcus. Yeah, that's what I mean. In America, every single person would have a gun and possibly multiple guns. In this country, 1 in 10, maybe. I don't know if that's an over exaggeration. If that's an exaggeration. I know there's a shitload of shotguns over here. Though. I know there's hundreds of thousands of shotguns, but hundreds of thousands of shotguns to how many people are there in this country? So it might be 1 in 100 would have a gun. 1 in 1 in every 200 might have a gun. Which, yeah, that's quite a lot, but it's not like, like I said, every single person, in America could potentially have multiple guns that you meet. You reckon 1%, Marcus? Yeah. So that's what I mean. There would be guns, but yeah. But it's not going to be, because you've got to think how many people are going to have the knowledge. You'd be surprised. There's a lot of people over here probably never touched a crossbow, never touched a bow. I think we've got it good over here. If it came to that situation, going a bit off topic now, but chloroform. I don't know what can you. I know what you can use chloroform for, but what else could you use it for? Yeah, Peach, I would. Yeah, cut it down and make a nice holster for it, shoulder holster or something. Yeah, Captain Bogrot. It would either be 95% sitting around, or you'd spend literally all day looking for food and water and then sleeping, looking for food and water and then sleeping. It'd be one of those two things. You wouldn't have time to do a lot of other stuff, I doubt. Yeah, it'd either be doing fuck all day, or never-ending cycle of looking for food and water, or collecting food and water anyway. Actually, Zulu. Oh, he was saying requisition of firearm in the UK slim. So high power, close range is required. Catapult, crossbow. Look up early firearms. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. I don't think they're gun savvy over here, Marcus. Not at all. Or a lot of those, or a lot of that stuff. You know what I mean? You know, weapons in general, really. So it's so frowned upon over here. I've had quite a lot of American friends say, "You lot shouldn't let them take your guns away. Shouldn't let them." But we don't have the community to stop it here, because more people would want to get rid of all that stuff than would want to keep it, because it's not a thing here, is it? The right to bear arms, you know, even if it was, it's, you know, it's people would rather do away with it all, really, than the majority, you know. Or there's, you know, so many people who've got no interest in the slightest, who would probably just go with the one, you know what I mean? Anyway, again, that's off topic. But yeah, Iron Man, yeah, that, you know, the people who could probably do that would try that, definitely. Again, how many people might be able to do that? Probably not a lot, I doubt. Again, all these things are just theories anyway. I don't know. I'm no expert on any of these things, but these are just my opinions. And if you think I'm wrong, you know, you lot tell me. It's a discussion, isn't it? You know what I mean? Yeah, toothache, you'd have to rip your own fucking teeth out, wouldn't you, Zed? Right, Ellis? Yeah, you soon run out of our bullets, I reckon, wouldn't you? So the trading would be for that. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, X-Ray was saying armed police response and shitted fan I wouldn't turn up for work. That's a good point. Liam saying I bet antidepressants would be sought after. Yeah, I think so. Any of that kind of stuff. Michael saying to me, you'd be scavenging and hunting most of the time. Yes, that's what I mean. Yeah, I agree with you there. Pete said, yeah, a couple of raiders jump you, pull out your double barrel shotgun and blast them away. Even the sight of it make them surrender. Exactly. Yeah, have that in a nice shoulder holster or something under your armpit. I know that use for it, devil dog. I mean another use. Yeah, Marcus, you're right. It's too late now. Yeah, an inhaler for asthmatics. That's a good one, Peach. I don't know if there's natural remedies for that, is there? Actually saying food and water, it's never ending. I've done exercises lasting 4 weeks. It's hard going, I'll be honest. I couldn't do it now. Health is a consideration, where formulation. Yeah, that's right. Because that's going off topic slightly again. But yeah, if you think about any family members or anything, or if you've got injuries or you know what I mean, bad health, that really fucks you over in sort of shit hit the fan situation, wouldn't it? Diabetics, stuff like that. Yeah, meds. Yeah. No, you won't want to trade with addicts, would you? But yeah, I agree with Irishman. Yeah, with the skills, networking would be important. Trading fish nets for stuff, yeah, definitely. Yeah, it definitely is a bullshit nanny state, Iron Man, definitely. Yeah, I get that, definitely. Game Boy, yeah. I don't know if I'd actually go around, in a shit hit fan situation doing that, but I would definitely avoid people and have nothing to do with anyone unless I had to. Because if it's every man for themselves, they're going to be, gunning for your fucking stuff, aren't they? So yeah, I'd at least give them a chance. But I don't know. It's all theoretical anyway. But you probably would be better off doing them over first while they did you over in these imaginary situations. If anyone's watching, if anyone's writing these things down. Are those legal guns or illegal guns? Yeah, what I'm talking about is the legal guns. But I'll be honest with you, Crowley, I doubt, there obviously are illegal guns, but I doubt there's a lot. Even if there was, how many illegal guns do you reckon are in this country? Even if you doubled the amount of guns that there are legal, there'd still only be 2% of the population probably with guns anyway. You know what I mean? I don't know these statistics, these are just guesses, but how many people are there in this country? Last time there's probably loads more than this. Is there 7 million people in this country? Or is it 12 million? I don't know. I can't fucking remember. I literally don't know. But yeah. But even if even with the illegal guns, as I said, even if you took all the legal guns and doubled them, that'd still only be, not a lot compared to the population. 65 million. Is that really where did I get 7 million from? That must be London population I'm thinking of. Fuck, so where did I get 7 million or 12 million? That must be London population. Yeah. That must be the London population. Where the fuck did I get 7 million people from? Weird. Yeah, lack of ammunition, definitely. Soon run out of that, and you ain't going to have there's not going to be a lot of ways to redo your bullets, is there? Yeah, that's a good point, Captain. Yeah, about the zips and that. I literally just the other day had to do and I'm such a cheap bastard. Instead of buying a new bomber jacket, I put my own fucking zip on it. Watch this. This is a zip I sewed onto this jacket. Saved me having to buy a new one. But yeah, this is the kind of stuff you'd have to do. Tell you what would be useful in a bug-out bartering situation. Sewing machine. But yeah, that is a zip I did myself. Saved me buying a new jacket. Oh, caffeine is good for asthma, is it? Did not know that. Right, sailor. Yeah, water purification, antibiotics, definitely. Sorry if I've been missing people's comments. There's so many. It's right, didn't it, Peach? I sewed that on a fucking turn machine. Saved me buying a new jacket because there's nothing wrong with this. Cheers. That's the old part of the zip underneath it. But it looks alright, don't it? And the zip cost me 50p. Right, I think I just knocked the internet wire then, so I hope the stream don't go off. Yeah, Zed, because with a sewing machine, you could make your own clothes, couldn't you? Or lots of things, or repair your clothes. Alice, I reckon Matt would be loving this if he was watching. I don't know about wearing a kilt. I'm out of my thought. We'll see. That's a good point, actually, Dumper Sabu. Yeah, if shit runs did occur, could be a nuclear power plant melting down. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 80 million, they reckon. Dad said there won't be much ammo for the illegal guns, to be honest, and most of them are in the hands of... That's the thing. I think you're not right there. Even with the illegal guns and the guns that people have, it's not like over here where there'd be shitloads of ammo either. I reckon it wouldn't take very long for people to not have any ammo for their guns, because there's not like there's a gun shop selling hundreds of thousands of bullets on every single row of shops, is there, in this country? So bullets in this country would be quite restricted, I think. Now we've mentioned that. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, most of them. You imagine how many bullets a gang member would have as well. I don't think they'd have shitloads. You know, at most, a gang member with a gun would probably have a box of bullets. Because you ain't, you know, I may be wrong about that, but a couple of boxes or something. You know what I mean? Thank you, Marcus, and thank you, Peach, about the jacket. That looks right, though, doesn't it? I wanted a black zip, really, but that was the best one they had for, yeah. Yeah, I think a hand crank sewing machine would be good for bartering. You know, you can fix people's clothes. Yeah, I could put the zips on your coats for you. Thank you, Captain. Yeah, 50p versus 20p for a new jacket. Exactly, mate, isn't it? Because I figured if it didn't work, then I could go and buy a new jacket, but I might as well try that first. Fireworks for signalling, yeah. I mean, it was 55 million. That 7 million I said, that must have been the London population. I thought it sounded wrong when I said it. That's why I asked someone to look. Yeah, I suppose that would be the only thing you'd get them from, Captain Bogrel, is, yeah, an army truck, yeah, with bullets in it potentially. Yeah. I think you'd probably be more at risk wearing, well, I don't know. Depends how far the situation's gone. The thing with wearing military uniform is it's quite a difficult one to decide on, because you'd look like a soldier, so you might look more prepared, know what you're doing, etc., and you'd be camouflaged. I suppose it all depends how far the shit hit fan situation's gone. You'd want to be, you know, hidden as best you could. So military uniform, you know, camo probably would be a better way to hide potentially. I don't really know about that one. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Where you are, 762, there'd be bullets all over the place. I don't think there'd be a lot of bullets over here. I could be totally wrong, as I've said, but there's not a gun shop on every, you know, set of shops over here. And I would imagine most of the people who own the gun shops probably would have took all the fucking bullets anyway. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, that's a real shit hit van situation, Iron Man. Yeah, the one that would happen is, yeah, no food in the shops and no fuel, and maybe your water getting shut off or something. Yeah, but as far as food goes, if we rationed it here, we could go at least a month or two easily. I have at any one time at least 200 cans worth of food in this house. The only real thing we need, you know, it's just what we do here. And like at any one time, we would have 150 bog rolls, because we buy a lot of our stuff at the cash and carry just so you don't have to keep going all the time. So we would have at least 3 great big bags this big full of bacon, you know, 200 tins of food, 150 bog rolls. All we'd really need to do is water, which as soon as I heard something was happening, I'd just fill shitloads of bottles up and someone else could go and buy it. You know what I mean? But I know what you mean. That's the things, isn't it? Sabu said ammo is bulky and heavy. It would be difficult to carry. Yeah, unless you had a secret stash in way. Yeah, spray paint for marking territory. I think that could be a viable option. I don't know. I suppose you could use ribbon as well, or chalk, couldn't you? Alison, I know a bit of cross stitch, but that is my sewing knowledge. It's worth knowing how to sew, though. I can sew. I'm no fucking expert at sewing, but I can sew. Yeah, air rifle would definitely be, because an air rifle is going to last you a lot longer than something that shoots bullets. Yeah, paint your real guns plaid. Yeah, plaid. That way. Actually, I said no military look, hide and conceal. Yeah. I suppose it just all depends on the situation, don't it? But yeah. The grey man thing's probably the best thing you can do, isn't it? As I said, it all depends what you're doing. If you're trying to hide in the woods from everyone, you're going to want to go full camo, aren't you? Yeah, butane, lighter fluid. I had that one written down, my third one on there. Oh, you got an arrangement to defend a pawn shop in your area if crack goes down there. Yeah, raid the drugstores. Yeah, moss to wipe your ass. To be honest, if you eat good enough, you might not even need to wipe your ass anyway. You know what I mean? If you got a nice, if it's coming out nice and solid, you might not even need to. Again, it depends on the situation, don't it? If you had to, you just fucking clean your ass in the river, you know, if it was clean. I said I only tell people I have food in case we get snowed in or roads flood. Yeah, that's it. Just tell them that. Temple Albu said 150 bog rods. I would use that in half of one sitting if I had carried the night before. So would I. Cobb, you right, mate? Yeah, ghillie soup, exactly. A bug out bag drill video, I suppose that would be an interesting thing. I never ever thought of that. Yeah, that's it. Nails, boards and nails to fortify buildings. Yeah, definitely. I think we're slightly off topic now, but it doesn't matter. We're still on the shit hit the fan situation. But yeah, I think we've gone into what to do in the shit hit the fan now rather than trading. But yeah, but it's still good. It's still interesting. Best to look and smile like a tramp. Right, where's it gone? Bag person. No one would expect them to have anything. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, actually. Good. Orange, that's what I would do. We've always got loads of bottles around here. As soon as I would think that something was going to happen, I would instantly fill up those bottles with water just as a backup. Because I know people say that bottled water would go bad, but yeah, that's as long as you've got that water, you can filter it, you can boil it, and you can sterilize it. You know what I mean? If you've got no water, dirty water is better than no water. You know what I mean? Oh, I know what you mean, Liam. Yeah, sorry, it's just those. Yeah. Nails and boards would. Yeah, you could definitely barter with those, couldn't you? So I said what I said after that, but I sort of meant a couple of other things, really. Yeah, diapers, nappies, as we call them. Actually, yeah, no one's mentioned baby stuff. Imagine if you got kids. You know, if it happens when you got kids, you're going to have to cater for a child. This is the thing some people forget. Children, little children, the elderly, and people in bad health. That then becomes a totally different situation when you've got to look after those people. Your needs are completely different than when it's just you Because I don't believe we would, you know, you would want to help your relatives. You know, you ain't going to leave your kids behind. You're not going to leave your parents behind. But yeah, no, you're right there. Yeah, nails and boards would be sought after for people needing repairs. Liam. You got a toothache, have you, John? I hope that gets better. That's sake. Cost me boat on a fishing. Yeah, good luck. See you later. So, are you still on? Hang on, I just want to. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, scissors. I was saying that at the beginning, scissors or some of those clippers, hand clippers. I was going to tell you what I bought with the birthday gift you sent me. I bought myself, I think, the first 3 seasons of Game of Thrones with that on DVD. Thank you. Just thought I'd tell you so you know. Yeah, and actually, dirty water is better than no water. If you've got no water, you're fucked. But if you've got bottled water that's gone a bit funny, you can make that into drinkable water, can't you? Yeah. But yeah, without any water, you're done for. But yeah, shitty old bottled water that's going a bit funny, that's better than nothing. Because you can clean it, you can. Yeah, good night, Sal. I just thought I'd tell you. I don't tend to buy booze with birthday or Christmas presents because I think it's a little bit of a sort of waste. Do you know what I mean? I wanted to get something I could have that I wanted. Oh, thank you for that. 72 had been drinking dirty water all my life. So. Tom, you all right, mate? Yeah, just talking about I ain't seen none of yours, man. Of course I read yours out. What you been doing? Give us some movies to watch. We're not talking about that though. Give us some movies to watch. This is the one day we're trying to stay on topic and he keeps changing the subject. What's that, Jeremiah Johnson? You got to watch it before Sunday. Jeremiah Johnson, you'll love it. Hand sanitizer, yeah, that can be used for a lot of different things. Yeah, our tap water's fine here. Yeah, our tap water's fine here. What's the topic? It says in the title, Tom. Have a look. Yeah, the only thing I suppose it would go bad is probably the plastic would probably start leaching into the water. That's probably the only thing that happens. But you know, as I said, depends on the it's fan situation. Your short-term water is better than nothing in it. You know what I mean? But dental toolkit definitely. Oh, so you get a warning, yeah. Because I would, if I thought it was going to happen, I'd do it anyway. But yeah, and if you get a warning, definitely, yeah, got to, ain't you? You know, you couldn't. Lucky we've always got bottles here. Plus, we've got a fucking great big because there's quite a few people who here who like drinking Coke. So I mean, we've always got 20 fucking 2-litre bottles, empty bottles lying around in the fucking bin outside. You know. Sun cream, think of the gingers. I just have to stay indoors, wouldn't they? Right, Aaron? Yeah, smuggling jobs, I suppose, yeah. Hand sanitizer adds salt and alcohol becomes liquid again. They'll separate. No, I did not know that. Cheers, one, actually. Nice one, actually. I mean, cheers, one. Cheers, mate. Would you buy a rice for canned pineapple? Probably not. No, I would if I wanted canned pineapple, but the rice would probably go further, wouldn't it? Definitely just sub the gingers. They'll be the first to go. Yeah, I wonder how hard it would be to get out of London. That's the kind of thing you'd want to do that early, I think. You'd want to get out earlier. All right, Londonian, how you doing, mate? Pocket full, are you on as well? You two are a bit late tonight. Still be on for about another 15 minutes, though. I don't normally do these sort of subject ones, but people kept asking to do this shit at the fan bartering discussion one, so I thought I'd do it finally after leaving it for about 6 fucking months. Yeah. You know what, Alice? I don't know. They might do. The government normally have all that stuff ready. Yeah, boil it before storing if you can. But I just meant, if you ain't got time, even just giving a bottle a quick rinse and filling it up with water, that's better than nothing. Because that water can then be filtered, boiled, disinfected. If you ain't got no water, you are fucked. Tents and sleeping bags, yeah. Yeah, and X-ray, yeah, water is very, very important. Nice one, London. Yeah, so yeah, in the right situations, going the right way, it's not that hard then, yeah. Would I rather have 5 kilograms of rice or instant mash to go with tinned goods? Probably rice. I don't know about that. I'd probably say rice though. This might sound weird though, but 5 kilograms of rice, let's say that was that big. How big would 5 kilograms of instant mash be? Instant mash very light. That might be that fucking big. I know it weighs the same, but you know, instant mash is very light. You might have a lot more. I know you'd still be eating 5 kilograms of it though, but you know what I mean? That may be a bit of a redundant question, that. Actually, Marcus, no, I've not shown that yet. I'll have to do a video on those soon. I need to do a video. What I'll do in a couple of days, when I get my other, because I've ordered some stuff for my birthday. It'll be a late video, but when I get my other stuff that I've ordered for my birthday, I'll do a whole birthday gift video. You know what I mean? And I'll show those properly. I'll probably show those in a proper video anyway. You know what I mean? But no, I hadn't yet, Marcus. Good job you reminded me about that. That's a good point, actually, yeah. The shit hits fan and your toilet isn't working, right? Yeah. Or was that a joke? Yeah, Max, I suppose that might. Yeah, you feel the effect straight away, wouldn't you? Yeah, by day one. For mash, get smashed. Potatoes are better nutrition. Yeah, I don't know how you would, but yeah, I don't know. Tom, there's a good book by Ray Mears about wild food in the UK that's purely about that, so you'd probably like that. Yeah, well, you want to go for water straight away. A lot of those programs I've watched, they're a bit they're interesting, but they're sort of bollocks. The Les Stroud one I used to watch, where he would get dropped off in some area and then survive for 3 days. All you got to do is find water. If you're only stranded somewhere for 3 days, you only got to find water. You can go for 3 days without food. Do you know what I mean? Different situation if you was in that situation for a month, or more. But yeah, not taken away from anything anyone does like that. But yeah, I noticed with the Les Stroud. Is it Les Stroud? One who's a musician. Les Hiddins is the bush tucker man. Oh, I'll remember that actually then. About the potato. He usually ends up with the shits of death on some beach somewhere. Aaron, yeah, there are books about that. Wild food and medicinal plants. Yeah, backpacks and bags. Exactly, Peach. Don't know where you can get dehydrated milk from. Yeah, I'd eat that in a second, Iron Man, yeah. Toothpaste, mayo and peanut butter sandwich for charity. Yeah. Not even for charity, mate. Not even. I wouldn't even need to be a charity. That wouldn't even need to be for charity. Yeah, baby feeding formula. They're nuts, he said. In the UK, finding water won't be a problem. It falls from the sky often. X-Ray says, shit in the fan, rule of thumb, store 6 months minimum, preferably a year, a growing season, but a global environment event, everything will be contaminated. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Londonian, I agree with you there, and I reckon a lot of people would. That's why they were saying about getting out of London as quick as possible. Yeah. Yeah, the radiated stuff, you know, like I said, it all depends on the situation, don't it? If it's if it's post nuclear event, because there's so many different situations it could be that do actually make quite a big difference to what you'd have to be surviving. Tom, again, that depends what the situation was, but I suppose, yeah, they both do have benefits. Pros and cons of owning a dog. Yeah. There's probably more pros than cons, I'd say, but obviously cons, you got to feed the dog as well, ain't you? But a lot of the time, a dog can feed itself. But yeah, I don't know. Because you ain't know no vet stuff for it, are you? I've made my coffee last the whole fucking night tonight. Yeah. Animal must live, yeah, and eat the animal. Yeah. I think the thing is prepping for every situation. I prep for everything that could happen. You just have to, if you prep in general, that covers most things anyway. You know what I mean? Will I eat a kilogram of lard? Probably not that. I tried to think what that would be like. What it would do to you. I wonder what your shits would be like if you ate a fucking kilogram of lard. I wonder how much weight you'd put on. See you later, Relish. Yeah, if I've not been reading everyone's comments, I've just been trying to stick to the ones where people are having ideas about the topic. I'll, after this we'll go back to the normal one. But yeah, this has been asked for quite a few times. It could be interesting to other people watching it back, I suppose. Yeah, it could start making a selling knives going, boy. I think you would be shitting lard pocketful. I think you fucking would. Oh, nice one, Tom. Last time, well, the last thing I set up, and I need to set it up properly, I set up a bug out tactical vest thing, which I want to finish that soon because I think it'd be good to have. if it was proper shit hit fan, everyone trying to kill each other, I think that would be a good option to have, where you could chuck it on your body and run with it, and you've got it on you with armor on as well. Yeah, I've not done a bug up bag video for ages. Oh, Manchester ain't much different. It ain't much better. I can imagine that Londonium match. Yeah, I can imagine a lot of the cities would be very, very similar. Especially if you go to the more fucked up areas in them. You know what I mean? It would be it would be fucking Mad Max after not long, wouldn't it? Oh, that's a good point, Krylon. Yeah, you could. Yeah, you cut the fat off and use that for because the other thing we always have, actually, it's just because this is just how we buy stuff. We go to the cash and go and buy everything in bulk, so it's just natural that we have, you know, we might have at one point also over 150. I don't know about 150. Getting on, no, probably 150 bags of crisps, 12 litres of cooking oil. You know, but if we was caught at the wrong time at the end of the month, might not have a lot of that stuff. Actually, I said, question, what do you think is best for bartering after your stream? I'm going for metal mug. Do you know what? I don't know. I generally don't know what would be the best thing for bartering out of all of this. Because it all depends what's lacking, don't it? But yeah, metal mug. Then he said, I think the only likely cause of mass rioting, etc., in the UK would be if they cancelled the football, soap operas, and reality TV, I reckon. Yeah, people don't get off their ass for anything else, do they? Margaret said, fucked up areas, quote. Yeah, that's another one of my quotes then. Yeah, them old blank fire and trespassers things would probably be good. Just need the blanks. Tom said he's in Manchester. Best plan would be, no, in Manchester, best plan would be get to the Pennines and head north, I think, into the Dales. Yeah, that'd be a good idea, actually. Londonium said, in a shit hit fan scenario, is a master plan of law pirates and would be Mad Max gangs into my front yard with promises of water and supplies, and I'd capture them and sell to the slaves. So that's a good idea. Amy, right? Oh, Ellis's mum, all right. Changing the bacon subject. I've got Ellis's camo bedding for uni and he's moaning. What do you think? That sounds good to me. That sounds good to me. Oh, sorry, Amy. Oh, I read it now. Too late. No, yeah. Who took that off, Ellis? Yeah. Funny thing is, when I saw the name, I thought I recognise that name. All right, where am I? You could trade bikes, I suppose, yeah. Everyone loves a bit of bottom max. Yeah, definitely. SRS pal, you right, mate? You right, Sam? I think they are still legal to own, but I don't think you can sell them now. Yeah. They are, yeah, no, they are. They're still legal to own, but you can't sell it on. Yeah. As far as I'm aware, and I'm pretty confident on this, they're still legal to own, but you just can't sell them now. So you're sort of stuck with them. I'm saying he told me off. Aaron said, would you try to save people and shit in the fan? And I asked because you'd be risking your own life. I think I probably would, but again, you'd have to weigh it up very carefully. And you would be risking your life, wouldn't you? Yeah, that'd be a very difficult thing to decide. But most people have got the empathy to want to, haven't they? Yeah. Yeah, it depends. It does. It depends who. There's a lot of things to contemplate in that one, isn't there? There's a lot of things to think about before you'd risk that. Well, exactly. Yeah, it could be a 𝐻𝐸 and try to kill you in your sleep and eat all your food. I've gone over the time. I'll stay on for another 5 minutes, though. I'm mad said shit in the fan. I would only save a sexy woman I could breed with. Cheese wife for security. Matt said, "What can you do? What can you do to get out of panic of the city? All well and good to say leave, but riots make the traffic bad." Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah, it's not as easy as just saying leave, is it? But yeah, that's the thing. It's not as easy as just saying leave. A lot of these things aren't as easy as saying it. I don't really know, to be honest. Hopefully you'd be expecting it and leave before it got to that stage, I would say. You know what I mean? Again, some people would be prepared to die in their house. I wouldn't. These are just possessions, mate. You know, this isn't aimed at you, but I have heard people say that they'd rather die in their house defending it. I wouldn't. Sod the fucking house, mate. I'd rather go and be alive and live in the woods if I had to. You know what I mean? I'd defend it up until the point when I couldn't anymore, sort of thing. But I definitely wouldn't want to die doing it. You know what I mean? It's hard, you know. And then he said, if you see a guy in a trench coat standing in the rain outside, oh yeah, if you see, yeah, and he's like, hey, come out and help me. Yeah, that you definitely wouldn't help. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be prepared for them to die in my house. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, if the situation was getting where I was going to die in my house, I'd leave the house, you know, because it's only possessions. And if it's getting to the stage where someone's, you know, groups of people are going to take over your house anyway, you might as well just leave them. You know, who cares? Yeah, people would be making black powder, definitely, Peach, yeah. Ditches, woods, sewers, I think you have a better chance. Yeah. Which one do you want to see? You'll have to count along, because there technically ain't a broom handle one up there. But you tell me which one, because there's sort of two. One right on the end, Iron Man. Go from that side, go along. So that would be the first, second, third, or fourth. Yeah, I'd rather live in a mad shack than die in my house, personally, yeah. See you later, Tom. I'm going to go off in a second. I'll stand for a couple more minutes. Just wait for I'm tell me which gun he means, and then I'll show it him. As I was on late, I'll stay on a bit later. Yeah, it's been a good discussion, actually. Quite interesting. Got some good ideas. Some people might have got some good stuff out of it. X-ray. Oh, that's the first time you've mentioned the the French today. Yeah, cheers, Liam. It's been quite good, isn't it? I wasn't sure at first what it'd be like, but yeah, gone quite well. Eat the neighbour's dog before you eat a frog. That one's a single action army. Oh man, I've got two of these. Somewhere down here, I've got one in a fucking holster. Where is it actually? One of these, I'm going to change the handle soon. There's not a lot to show you on this, really. I can be a cowboy with it. Let's see if I can spin it. Don't drop it on my fucking phone, just in case. Right, there you go. That spinning looked quite good, actually, didn't it? These are fucking heavy as well. They're not lightweight. Probably as heavy as a, real one. Well, I'll show you a bit better there. Yeah, not a lot to show on these. It don't open or anything. I have got some blanks in it though, as empty blanks for the pretend sort of cartridges. That's an 8mm blank that's been shot. Just so there's something to sort of mess around with it if you want. No, I've never held a 500 Magnum. Set up on the Wi-Fi. Right, that's the end of the stream. I appreciate everyone watching and talking. That stayed on topic for the whole thing, didn't it? Which I was wondering whether it would, but it did. Well, went slightly off topic because we weren't talking about bartering. We were still talking about the shit hit the fan stuff, but that was still good. Yeah, it was all right, wasn't it, Tim? Right, oh man, yeah. I'll show you anything. It's just when it's on the it's got to be a bit of a quieter moment, you know what I mean? The end of the stream is probably like the perfect time for it. Yeah, that's a nice replica. That is, it's a Denix replica. I've got two of them. The other one I've got a proper holster for it. Yeah, one of them I might mod the handle so it's you know those ones where it goes like that, and change the colour of the handle. I might do like a white so it looks like ivory handles. Take all the paint off as well. Right, so I'll be on tomorrow, but I may only be on from 6 till 7 because I'm going out at 7. But if I can get the Wi-Fi out in my summer house, I might do a little half-an-hour stream while playing poker. For it's birthday poker game drink, basically. What one, Game Boy? Where do you mean? What, the big Bowie knife there behind underneath the M4? Because there's a few knives up there. That's what you mean? That's my machete Bowie. It's basically a Bowie knife made out of a machete blade. What's that, Peach? What's a pin that holds the handle together? Oh yes, yeah. I learnt that the hard way recently. Peach, yes, a fucking pin, isn't it? Not a screw. Yeah, I learnt that. How did you find that out? Did you do the same thing? Yeah, I'm glad. That would have been very handy if I hadn't already found that out. Yeah, I found it out the hard way recently. You just unscrew it and screw it, nothing happens, don't you? And it's like a pin that goes into a, yeah. I appreciate that. But yeah, I had actually found that out recently. Yeah, so I'll be on tomorrow. I'll write it down quickly. Fucking capitals. Oh well. Yeah, I'll be on then. So see you later, everyone. Yeah, see you later. Londinium, Game Boy, Krylon, X-Ray, Aaron, Video Base, Peach, Marcus, Tim, 762. Yeah. And anyone else who's on, Iron Man, Zed, Krylon. I'll be on for a bit tomorrow then. I'm not definitely going to be on 6 till 7, but I'll try to be. May only be on for half an hour. yeah, and then I'll try if I can get the Wi-Fi in the Wendy house. I'll call it the Wendy house, the summer house. I'll do a bit of a drunk stream out there just for a bit, just to say hello about, you know, about now or something. You know what I mean? It'll be late anyway. It'll be evening anyway. Max, see you later. Yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. See you tomorrow then, hopefully. See you later. Good night.